Latest on coronavirus in the Carolinas. South Carolina reporting its highest daily increase in cases to date. There were almost 1,200 new cases today. The previous record was yesterday at nearly 1,100. More than 16% of the people tested came back positive for the virus. That figure was around 9% just 2 weeks ago. South Carolina also reporting a record number of hospitalizations with 673. Meanwhile, North Carolina reporting its third highest jump in cases at nearly 1,600. That puts the total number of cases for the state past 50,000. North Carolina also has a record number of hospitalizations at 883. We know those numbers are a lot to digest, but the main takeaway, cases and hospitalizations are still trending upwards, and not just because of increased testing. In Raleigh, Governor Cooper has vetoed a bill that would have reopened gyms and bars in North Carolina. The governor said he will announce next week what will come next in the state's phased reopening plan. The governor's previous order expires on June 26th. Mecklenburg County also releasing new coronavirus numbers today. There are 345 new COVID-19 cases, bringing the county's total to more than 8,100 cases and 139 deaths. As cases and hospitalizations continue to rise, business owners are having to make some tough decisions. Some restaurants in our area have shut down after employees tested positive. WCNC Charlotte's Lexi Wilson joins us from South End with the details.
While some restaurants are getting back into the swing of things, there are others that are having some setbacks. For example, here at the Waterman, they are closed. Read the sign. On Wednesday, we were notified that a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. The more Mecklenburg County opens,
the people are going to be out.
The more people are dropping their guards. No one wearing a mask or practicing social distancing Saturday night.
People want to wear a mask, then they can wear one. If they don't, then don't wear one.
As cases continue to rise, some restaurants are shutting down again to disinfect. Stagiani in Myers Park, Resident Culture in Plaza Midwood, and Waterman in South End temporarily closed after employees tested positive for COVID-19.
We work with that restaurant to make sure that they are doing what they need to do. If that staff needs to quarantine based on exposure, and we're notifying any clients.
At the moment, there is no requirement for a restaurant to disclose to the public that an employee tested positive for the coronavirus. Public Health Director Gibby Harris says even they can't force a restaurant to close.
If there is evidence of widespread exposure, if they've not been doing the things that they need to do, if the staff have not been wearing masks, if there hasn't been social distancing, then we might make a recommendation that they consider.
In the latest round of health inspection, social distancing is checked in the kitchen. They also check if the employee has adequate knowledge of foodborne illness and when to stay home if they are sick.
We are asking that those who work at restaurants wear masks, but we recognize that at this point that is not a requirement.
And another important thing to note is that the cases from this week were mostly those of adults ages 20 to 58. As for the Waterman, they'll be open on Monday. Reporting in South End for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Lexi Wilson.